In Thailand, love shines bright and never hides. These stars chose to live boldly, inspiring millions and changing Asian entertainment forever. Today, we honor 20 LGBTQ+ legends of Thailand, the ones who prove that love always wins. Before Tina Jitalila stepped into the role of Kim in Yes or No 2010, queer love stories between women were rarely taken seriously in Asian media. But Tina changed the game. With her sharp tomboy look, calm confidence, and eyes that spoke louder than words, she represented millions who had never seen themselves reflected on screen. The film didn't just succeed, it became a turning point. Across Thailand, China, Vietnam, and the Philippines, fans gathered in theaters not just to watch a movie, but to witness themselves. Kimpi fandom exploded, and Tina became the first Pan-Asian good luck icon, a pioneer who turned silence into visibility. Tina didn't simply act. She ignited a cultural revolution. If Tina was the spark, Aom was the warmth. She brought Pi to life with softness, wit, and a vulnerability that made audiences believe in the love story on screen. Aom showed that love between women could be sweet, relatable, and full of butterflies, just like any great romance. Her connection with Tina felt so real that fans begged for sequels, wrote fan letters, and created endless tributes online. Kimpi wasn't fiction anymore, it became a beloved symbol of queer love. Aom helped transform a movie into a movement. Engfa Waraha didn't just win Miss Grand Thailand, she redefined what a beauty queen could represent. She is fierce, charismatic, and refuses to hide her heart. In a society where many LGBTQ+ stars still keep their love private, Engfa steps forward boldly. Her bond with Charlotte Austin became a story the entire nation followed, not out of scandal, but inspiration. On stage or off, she radiates a message. Authenticity is royalty. Engfa is the queen who made loving fearlessly a crown of its own. Violet Wattier is more than a singer and actress, she's a cultural reset. Her unique voice, bilingual talent, and effortless indie pop style have made her one of Thailand's most recognizable modern artists. But it's her honesty about who she is that sets her apart. Violet openly embraces her queer identity, turning the stage into a place where individuality is celebrated rather than questioned. Through hit songs about heartbreak and healing, she shows fans that queer love carries the same intensity, confusion, and beauty as any relationship. Her presence is a reminder. Being yourself can be the coolest trend of all. Belle Warasara has become a fan favorite thanks to her tomboy style and warm, natural charisma. She plays queer-coded roles with confidence and heart, making viewers feel instantly seen and supported. Her characters often represent the kind of girl many fans fall for, quietly the protector, the confidant, the one who loves deeply without saying much. Belle's charm is more than aesthetic. It's emotional electricity. With every role she takes on, she continues to earn the title of Thailand's beloved good luck sweetheart. Charlotte Austin isn't just rising, she's redefining what a rising star looks like. When she steps into a scene, there's a spark, a natural charisma that doesn't shout, it invites. Fans across Thailand, the Philippines, Vietnam, and beyond feel like they know her. She represents a new kind of celebrity, approachable, genuine, and proud to love fearlessly. Her partnership with Engfa didn't just win crowns and stages, it captured hearts. Their chemistry became a cultural moment, a reminder that real love doesn't ask for approval. It simply is. Charlotte's presence in the media gives a powerful message to young LGBTQ+ audiences. You belong. You're allowed to be celebrated. Your love deserves the spotlight. As she continues to work, travel, perform, and connect with fans, Charlotte proves that global success and authenticity can grow side by side. The more the world sees her, the more they embrace the truth she carries. Love has no borders. Confidence has no shame. Visibility has power. Charlotte isn't just part of the change. She is the change, lifting others as she ascends. Tutantawan stands at the crossroads of culture and courage. Millions know her for her talent, beauty, and emotional honesty on screen, but what truly sets her apart is her ability to shift perspectives. When Tu delivers a queer love story, it feels natural, human, universal. She opens the hearts of people who once thought LGBTQ+ stories weren't meant for them. Through her performances, audiences begin to understand. Love isn't political. Love isn't a statement. Love is simply a feeling everyone deserves to experience. Tu's rise symbolizes a turning point in mainstream entertainment. Where once doors were tightly shut, she steps through them with grace and leaves them open for others to follow. She inspires empathy, she inspires acceptance, and she shows that storytelling doesn't just entertain, it can heal. Tu Tantawan is living proof that representation isn't a temporary trend. It's the future unfolding right now through the hearts of artists brave enough to tell the truth. Road isn't waiting for permission to exist. She's already here, thriving in full color. Online, she radiates the chaotic, joyful truth of modern queer life. One minute she's dancing, laughing, and making jokes that feel like inside secrets. The next, she's delivering messages of acceptance that hit straight to the heart. Her social media feeds have become safe spaces. A place where identity isn't questioned, it's celebrated. Where confusion is normal. Where joy is revolutionary. For LGBTQ+ teens scrolling through their phones late at night, unsure of who they're allowed to be, Dee's voice becomes a lifeline. She says through her presence alone, "You are loved for who you are, not who they want you to be." She reminds the world that visibility doesn't always have to be heavy or heartbreaking. Sometimes it's glitter-filled laughter. Sometimes it's dancing like no one is judging, even though millions are watching. Dee shows us that pride isn't just survival. It's joy, loud and unstoppable. And through every video, she inspires others to choose joy too. Jenny Panhan is a force the kind that changes culture while making everyone laugh along the way. For years, transgender women were cast as stereotypes. Jenny rewrote the script. She commands the stage with sharp wit and fearless charm, turning comedy into a weapon against ignorance. When people try to limit her, she simply raises the microphone and raises the bar. Her laughter isn't just entertainment. It's activism disguised as humor. It's courage disguised as punchlines. Whether she's acting, hosting, or speaking her truth, Jenny's presence challenges outdated norms. She shows that transgender women are not to be mocked but to be admired, not hidden but celebrated. Behind the spotlight, she remains deeply human, a woman who has overcome judgment and turned her resilience into a roadmap for others. Every young trans person who sees her on screen learns something powerful. There's nothing funny about hiding who you are, but everything beautiful about embracing it. Jenny Panhan isn't just breaking barriers. She's making sure everyone laughs while watching them fall. Baifern Pimchanak is the kind of actress who doesn't just play emotion, she lives it on screen. Her performances breathe life into characters who love fiercely, hurt deeply, and fight for the right to be seen. When Baifern portrays a queer woman, she refuses to flatten that love into a stereotype. Instead, she fills it with complexity, the kind that lingers long after the credits roll. Every look she gives, every tear she sheds, every moment she chooses courage over silence. Audiences feel it in their bones. With her, queer love becomes cinematic, not sensationalized. Relatable, not reduced. Real, not theoretical. Baifern's storytelling power is simple but transformative. She shows that when two women fall in love, it is just as epic, messy, beautiful, fragile, and worth fighting for as any romance ever written. Through her work, hearts open. Through her visibility, minds change. And through her passion, queer love gets the dignity and fire it deserves. Hin Namfon doesn't change the world with movie roles or flashing lights. She changes it with honesty and with love lived out loud. Her social platform isn't curated for perfection, it's made for truth. Breakfast dates, road trips, silly jokes, cozy nights in. She and her girlfriend share the rhythms of real life, and each post becomes a declaration. Love like ours exists, and it deserves to be seen. For generations, queer women were told their happiness had to stay hidden. Hin's unapologetic joy says otherwise. She shows that love doesn't have to be dramatic to be powerful. Sometimes the most radical revolution is simply holding your partner's hand in broad daylight. In her openness, fans find permission. In her courage, they find comfort. In her smile, they find hope. Hin Namfon proves that representation isn't only built by celebrities. Sometimes it's built by someone brave enough to live their truth, one day at a time. Aof Panya works off-camera, yet she stands at the heart of a movement. As one of the few openly lesbian creators shaping Thailand's entertainment world, Aof has spent years pushing for LGBTQ+ stories that feel real, not filtered. She gives queer women something they have rarely had before in media: respect. Her sets are safe spaces. Her scripts are fuel for change. Her leadership turns visibility into opportunity. AOF knows that representation isn't just about who we see, it's about who gets to tell the story. Every actress she encourages, every writer she supports, every scene she crafts with intention becomes part of a larger revolution. She isn't just producing content. She's laying the foundation for a future where queer women no longer have to fight for a seat at the table because she helped build the table. Aof Panya's legacy won't fade when the camera stops rolling. It will live on in every story that dares to love honestly. Mook Warrenit has long been a household name in romance, but something magical happened when she stepped into pairings with women. Queer audiences found themselves in her softness. There's a tenderness in the way she loves on screen, a delicate honesty that feels intimate and real. With just a shy smile or a quiet moment of eye contact, Mook can turn a simple scene into a 1,000-page love story. Her chemistry with female co-stars isn't manufactured for trends, it is rooted in her dedication to portraying love with sincerity. She doesn't treat queer romance as something different, she treats it as something true. And fans all across Asia responded not with casual interest, but with devotion. They saw a woman who understood their longing before they ever spoke it. Today, Mook stands as proof that representation doesn't need labels or loud declarations. It needs empathy, it needs heart. And in every role she plays, she gives both generously. Her impact stretches far beyond screens. She is helping millions feel seen, cherished, and worthy of the happily ever after they dreamed of. Maya Chinita represents the spark of a new generation, unfiltered, unafraid, and unstoppable. She steps into good luck roles with a confidence that says, "We belong in every love story." Her performances crackle with youth, the kind of wide-eyed, heart-pounding excitement that makes audiences remember what first love feels like. Maya doesn't portray queer love as something complicated or forbidden. She portrays it as something beautiful, something meant to be celebrated. With every scene, she challenges old norms and shatters outdated walls. She reminds the industry that LGBTQ+ stories aren't niche. They are the here and the now. Young fans look at her and see possibility, a future where no one has to choose between authenticity and success. Maya isn't just participating in the good luck movement. She's shaping it, lighting the path for the rising stars who will follow. Radiant, fearless, inspirational. She is becoming the kind of icon this decade will remember. Mook Batong didn't grow into confidence, she fought for it. In a culture where queer women often get told how to dress, how to act, and whom to love, Mook walked straight through the expectations and said, "No, I define myself." Her bold style isn't just fashion, it's a declaration. Her visibility isn't just presence, it's protection for those still hiding. Young queer girls see her and realize they don't have to apologize for their identity. They don't have to dim their light to survive. They can shine and shine brightly. Mook stands for every woman who has ever felt like her love made her less than. She stands tall and shows the world. Being queer is a source of pride, not a secret. In the fashion world, beauty has always been a cage, a narrow idea of perfection that excludes more than it celebrates. Luknam Orntara is tearing that cage apart. She steps onto runways with a face full of confidence, a heart full of pride, and a message that refuses to be ignored. Beauty is not what the world allows, it's what you choose to be. With every photo shoot, she inspires queer youth who once felt wrong in their own skin. She is proof that beauty doesn't have a gender or a limit. Looknam isn't just redefining beauty. She's teaching a generation to love themselves harder than the world ever tried to hate them. For decades, queer women were written out of happy endings. They were side characters, punchlines, or tragedies. Emma Panesara is helping rewrite that script. Her performances pulse with authenticity, the type that comes from understanding that representation isn't just entertainment, it's survival. Girls watching Emma don't just see a character. They see a path forward, a life where they can love freely, a future where they can hold someone's hand without fear, a world where their happiness matters. Emma is not simply acting. She's giving queer women the spotlight they always deserved. There is a powerful activism hidden inside everyday happiness, and playing rock embodies it. She doesn't preach. She doesn't debate. She simply lives her truth and invites the world to witness love that once had to stay behind closed doors. A smile shared with her partner. A celebration of milestones once denied to queer couples. A simple caption that says, "We are here, we are happy, and we are not afraid." Her joy challenges stereotypes. Her openness challenges shame. Her existence challenges a history that said queer women shouldn't be seen. Playing is a living reminder. Love is a right, not a luxury. In a world that often associates love with conditions and rules, Nunu Chawaran brings gentleness that disarms and heals. Through his BL characters, he gives audiences something precious. A look at queer love through the lens of tenderness, innocence, and sincerity. People who had never considered LGBTQ+ rights suddenly find themselves rooting for two men in love, feeling their pain, celebrating their joy, believing in their story. That is a culture shift. That is influence. Nunu proves that softness isn't weakness. It's how hearts are changed. Fluknatach never set out to become a symbol, but the world chose him anyway. When he stepped into his truth and embraced his identity publicly, he faced a risk most actors still hesitate to take today. Would fans stay? Would roles vanish? Would his career suffer for being honest? But what happened instead was extraordinary. He didn't lose admiration, he earned respect. Now, every role he plays carries more meaning. Every love scene becomes an affirmation. Every character becomes a mirror for those who have long searched for themselves on screen. Fluke didn't just come out, he showed up. And in doing so, he helped rewrite the rules for queer representation in Thai entertainment. His courage didn't end with him. It opened doors. It lit a path. And countless others are now walking through the future he helped create. Fluknatach isn't just an actor. He is a landmark in the history of visibility, and his legacy has only just begun.